All right, today we're going to dive into something really powerful. Free boxing programs. We're going to see how they're not just about learning to throw a punch, but about providing a critical lifeline for young people who are often counted out before they even get a chance to step into the ring of life.
So let's just start with a big question, one that I think a lot of families are wrestling with right now. Have youth sports, the very activities meant to build character and health, become a luxury item that only some can afford?
And that question, it leads us right here, to this idea of the pay-to-play wall. This has become the unfortunate standard in American youth sports. It's this huge financial barrier that can feel like a total dead end for a kid's potential, basically pricing families right out of the game.
So what's the core of the problem? It all boils down to cost. We're talking about expensive coaching, high-end equipment, and league fees that just add up so fast. For low-income families, or for at-risk youth, a $100 registration fee might as well be $1,000. It's a system that's leaving a whole generation of talent sitting on the sidelines.
This slide just lays it out so clearly, the two opposing models. On one side, you've got the standard pay-to-play system, and let's be honest, it's often focused on profit. But on the other side, you have the equal chance model, and it just completely dismantles those barriers. 100% free, all equipment provided, an open-door policy for everyone. The focus shifts from making money to what really matters, developing our youth.
Okay, so getting rid of that financial barrier is step one. But the real solution these programs offer, it goes so much deeper. We're talking about building a child's mind, their discipline, and their character. This is about building way more than just muscle.
And a huge part of that is this concept they call moving meditation. The first lesson in these gyms isn't about how to hit a bag. It's about learning to control your own mind. The rhythm and the intense focus that boxing requires, it helps quiet all that outside noise, from social media, from stress at school, and that is an incredibly powerful tool for kids who are dealing with anxiety.
And that's how the sport becomes such a positive outlet. It's a safe place to actually process your feelings. Kids learn pretty quickly that raw anger is a weakness in the ring, and the true power, real power, comes from emotional control. For a teenager struggling with behavior problems, the structure and the mutual respect that's demanded in the gym could be absolutely life-changing.
Now, of course, the number one question from any parent is going to be about safety, right? And that's where we get into the sweet science. These programs tackle that concern head-on with a philosophy that puts the athlete's well-being above literally everything else.
This brain-first path is super progressive and careful. It all starts with the absolute foundation, footwork and shadowboxing. There's no contact at all. From there, they move on to technique, working on the heavy bag, and only when a student is truly ready do they enter that final stage, very carefully supervised sparring.
And believe me, the commitment to safety is completely non-negotiable. Beginner levels are 100% nonviolent. When sparring does happen, it's with professional-grade protective gear. And here's the crucial point. The focus is always on the science of boxing. That means defense, movement, and staying safe, all under the watchful eye of expert coaches.
But look, equipment and technique, that's only part of the story. The real heart of these programs, the engine that truly makes them work, is the human element. It's all about the power of a coach who becomes a mentor.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Without the right person leading the way, a gym is just a room with some bags hanging in it. It's the coach who transforms that space into a classroom for life, where the lessons learned go way beyond the four corners of the ring.
And the coach's role is so much bigger than just teaching jabs and hooks. They become a corner man for these kids in life. They're that consistent, positive adult role model who teaches them that real strength is found in your character. And since the program is free, the payment they demand is effort, respect, and discipline. The very things that build a solid foundation for success.
So, what does all this add up to? Well, the impact is where this story gets really compelling. When you remove all those barriers and you add in mentorship, you get tangible, life-changing results. Let's just look at the numbers.
First off, the scale of this program is just incredible. Over 500 young people have been trained through this model. That's 500 individual lives given a chance they might never have had otherwise.
But this next number, this one really tells you about the program's power. A 95% completion rate. Think about that for a second. 95%. That means these kids aren't just showing up because they have to. No way. They're engaged, they're committed, and they're finding something here that they just can't get anywhere else.
And finally, we get to what might be the most important metric of all. Over 150 lives that the Foundation considers truly transformed. These are the young people who found a new path, a new sense of self-worth, and a whole new future because of this program.
So here's the crucial takeaway, the thing we have to remember. We need to reframe how we see these programs. They're not just hobbies. They're not just simple after-school activities. In a world that can be chaotic and exclusionary, they are, without a doubt, lifelines.
And it all comes back to this one, single, powerful belief. This is the core philosophy of the Equal Chance Boxing Foundation, and it's a statement that should hit you right in the chest. That every single child, no matter their zip code or their family's income, is an investment worth making.
And so, we end here. What we've seen today shows that with the right support, every kid has an equal chance to win their fight, to win at the game of life. The bell is ringing for the next generation. The only question left is, how will we answer the call?